I was chatting to Dan ShenSmith the other day. You may remember he put a video out about that lady who kicked and punched the horse, but apparently not to the criminal standard. But anyway, I won't comment on that. But interestingly, that caused some problems with the YouTube algorithm, with YouTube. But this all ties in. You've probably heard about this online safety bill. That's about to come into force soon. It's gone through all the stages that it needs to do in the House of Commons and the House of Lords, so now it's literally just waiting royal assent, so that could be any day now. And that, basically, the whole point is it's designed to protect people from the dangers of online content, and it puts an onus on social media providers that they have to take positive steps to ensure that there's nothing on their platform that is harmful. And there's a massive list, things about harmful to children, harmful to, vulnerable people, etc., etc. But being the annoying animal rights activist that I am, one thing that we managed to push for was to add animal cruelty to that, because there's these horrible things on YouTube where people are sort of being horrible to animals. Sometimes showing pre-existing footage, but sometimes effectively being cruel to animals on demand and then filming it. That now is part of the online safety bill. That content like that is now unlawful and illegal. But we've seen in other cases, can the government, especially their sort of culture committees, can they warn people off before this law is enforced? Well, I only really talk about law, not politics, but it's not uncommon. I remember this from my sort of working for the newspapers days. Oh, and I'm just going to get rid of that now. I'm not even going to edit that out. From newspaper days, that the government would quite often they would threaten press organisations with more sort of legislation and compulsory restrictions, and the idea is that that would gee them up to say, no, we'd rather still carry on self-regulating, so therefore we will comply. So there's nothing particularly illegal or wrong in governments pressurising people. I mean, people may say, well, they shouldn't do that, but of course it's always open to the companies, as some have done, to say, well, no, it's not against the law, you can't tell us what to do, we're a private company, we'll enforce our own terms and conditions. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's the sort of background to this, why the government is sort of laying the groundwork. I mean, like I say, the law is coming into force now anyway, so arguably the companies won't have any say in this. And the fines are quite big. I mean, even if the company is located abroad, it's illegal within this jurisdiction, so that if they want to have a platform in this jurisdiction, they have to comply. And the fines are either up to 18 million or 10% of your turnover, your annual turnover, whichever is the highest. So you can imagine, I mean, some of these fines could theoretically run into billions. But I just thought you might find that interesting. And, I'm showing my double standards here by being all sort of, well, I'm a big fan of freedom of speech. But, obviously, if you look at a dog funny, then I think habeas corpus should be suspended. But yeah, I just thought you might find that interesting. If you did, please consider clicking the like button, subscribing and sharing.